Senior advocate, there's some speculation at the moment that the flow of bloodshed, the flow of blood that we've seen around the country in recent times, that the urgency that has given to this issue of the establishment of state police in recent days has an undercurrent of politics. We're hearing that essentially that there are some members of Parliament, principal officers and ordinary members, who seek to get the Constitution Amendment done before the 2019 elections in the hopes that state governors would have a police force under their control to protect their electoral interests on the day of electioneering. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't agree with that. If we can get a state police, and I don't want to say force, a state police service that will be administered by organizations of the people, not by state governors, not by legislators. All that the House of Assembly of a state will do is to appropriate money for the running of the police service. And that is what has happened with respect to the judiciary. If you had allowed state governments to give money to the judiciary, if and when they so like, by now, many judges would not be paid their salaries and allowances. Once they give judgments that are considered rather confrontational by the federal and state government. So the only way we can avoid that, and I don't agree with that, we've been in this struggle.
So you don't impute any politics to this?
No, we've been in this struggle since 1999. Why the National Assembly is now waking up with profound respect to the concerned members, and I'm talking of those who have just been converted now, is because of this recent crisis. We have made the point abundantly clear since 2014 at the National Conference that the success, the limited success recorded in the fight against Boko Haram, the terrorists, was made possible by the local community. I'm talking of the civilian JTF.
Senior advocate, at this juncture, I'm going to throw it over to Lagos, where my colleagues have some questions for you. We have Chamberlain standing by. Chamberlain.
Yeah, Mr. Falana, I'm just wondering, would you subscribe to this school of thought that suggests that Section 308 be amended to the extent that if any executive, either at the federal or state level, is found to have used the police to perpetrate either political crime or otherwise, criminal prosecution be instituted against them as a caveat so that you put them in check and they don't use the police wrongly?
No, Section 308, which allows from immunity, we've always advocated that the immunity conferred on public officers with respect to criminal offenses should be removed. And it is in the interest of everybody in the society, including those who are serving. Because if you simply, I recall a situation whereby a governor of one of the states set up a killer squad, people by his own thugs and police officers. At the end of the day, they kill a number of citizens. The move by us to get the governor prosecuted was very difficult. Even when he left office, the cases were compromised. And so you can't have peace in that kind of society. So I would support the amendment of Section 308 to allow, not just with respect to the abuse of police power, generally with respect to the commission of any offense by the head of government in the country.
Then secondly, there are those who think that, they argue, perhaps in support of some of the governors who say, we're not in control of the police. They don't take instruction from us because, number one, a commissioner of police is appointed by the Police Service Commission and then deployed by the IGP. And if a governor, for instance, gives an instruction to either the CP, and they also cite Section 5, I think subsection 2 and 3, that if the CP then confers with the IGP, because CP is finding it hard to, they say, see the president, if there's a contrary directive, to that extent, they cannot obey that of the governor. And so they think that's why some of them say we can't, we don't have control, they don't take instructions from us, and then they're helpless?
Chamberlain, that argument is rather diversionary. If we are making a case for state police, in the context of the demand for devolution of powers, we also have to be very serious about this. Right now, it is not correct to say that police commissioners do not take instructions from governors by virtue of Section 215 of the Constitution. And there is a judgment of the Supreme Court to this effect, the case of Attorney General of Anambra State and the Attorney General of the Federation, to the fact that governors are empowered to give lawful directives to the commissioners of police. Where a commissioner of police would decline to enforce an illegal order is where you ask him, as a governor, to go and pick up your political opponents and detain them. He has the right under the law to say, please, can you refer your directive to the authorities in Abuja? But right now, in fact, the situation is such that apart from payment of salaries and allowances by the federal government, the state governments provide logistics for all the police officers posted to their states. Hence, when you are going to have an election, a national election, the INEC or the federal government ensures that police commissioners, serving police commissioners, are moved out of the state because the complaint of the opposition political party is usually that the commissioners of police are under the influence of state government. So it is not correct. And in any case, since 1999, we have not had a case where a governor has said, apart from one, where a governor has said that, oh, my lawful directives were not obeyed. And that was what led to that case of Anambra and the federal government.